we met some Polish people whom I met a few weeks before, and they told me they would come to Tokyo, and they did. Congrats!
Yay, we're here!
Welcome! Bits of chicken. Very good.
Chris and I are on our way to Yoyogi Park, and we just got our groceries.
Picnicking is a very popular pastime during summertime and in Tokyo and springtime. It begins with hanami,
Basically,
cherry
and
blossom.
fall time. Basically any time except for winter.
So what you do is you get a picnic tarp, is it? And you come to the park, you get food and drinks, and you chill. Thank you all for watching us this week. We just started this daily vlog project, and we have almost 20,000 people watching that, so that's very good. Thank you all. Obviously we have mostly Polish people at that point, but hopefully we can reach some international people as well. Just remember, guys, if you like our videos, then help spread the word. It's gonna help. We're gonna take some questions now.
Donald Duck.
Nice joke, you.
Don't you cook anything at home, guys? Are you eating out all the time? And how is it in Japan with cooking some more traditional Polish food? I cook at home sometimes, but lately I've been very busy, so I've been eating out a lot, and it's really convenient because I live in Shibuya, so there's so much food around. Traditional Polish food, it's really hard to come across like necessary ingredients, specifically kielbasa. They have no kielbasa here.
I guess another problem is the cheese. Farmer's cheese. You can't really get it anywhere here. But then cooking Polish food in here would be like bashing your head against the wall. I mean, there's so many options here. You know, we can do without pierogi for a few months.
Love your vlogs, smiley face. Thank you, C and Red. Could you tell, how did you meet each other, and when did you decide to run a business together?
We met in Japan through Marcin, our friend Marcin. Hey Marcin, if you're watching it.
We weren't really friends to begin with. We became friends later because Marcin left us and forced us to hang out together.
And for the company, when did we decide that?
August, July.
Yeah, but we started doing videos then. We started the Waga pies, made the bunny rabbit video and a few other ones, but it didn't really take off.
It was less of an idea to start a company and more of an idea to just do videos here for some clients.
The company itself is related to the visa situation, right? Like part of the reason of formalizing this as a company is for me to get a visa, because we technically could be doing what we're doing here without having a Japanese company, like using the Polish company I own.
Kasia, since you went to Polish school, can you speak Polish? Yes, I can speak Polish. I don't know how much else to explain. I can speak Polish, but of course English is easier for me. Kasia, kiedy opowiesz w filmie o swoich polskich korzeniach? I'll explain that now. My parents are Polish. That's it. They're both from Poland, and they met in the United States, and I was born in the United States, and I have siblings and we're all American, and our parents are Polish, and they're very Polish. They speak to us in Polish only. Sometimes when I speak to them, when I use English words, they'll pretend they don't understand what it means, or they really don't understand what it means. Sometimes I don't know. I have family in Poland, and I have family in the United States, and I visit my family in Poland on average once every 2 years.
And you have double citizenship, right?
And I have double citizenship. So I'm also, I guess technically that makes me Polish too, right?
I guess it's a matter of how you feel, right?
Yeah. I'm Polish American, and I feel American when I'm in Poland, and I feel Polish when I'm in America. Question for Chris. Is Krzysiek vegetarian?
I've been experimenting with vegetarian food, but just to see how it feels, just to check if it feels any different in your body, if it makes you feel better. So I take the opportunity to maybe discover some new flavors too.
Roman Romek says, these videos are at very high level. Wow, thank you very much. I can't imagine life in Japan. Anyway, question. These shops, 7-Eleven, are actually everywhere. So konbinis, which is the Japanese version of how you say convenience store, in the form of 7-Eleven and others, are everywhere. They're literally like every 2 streets, every street, depending on how saturated of an area you're in.
They're open 24 hours a day, all of them. So you can get all the basic stuff: food, drinks, some
Toiletries.
toiletries. So you don't have to worry about the bare necessities in Japan.
They kind of go hand in hand with salaryman culture. That's why there are so many, because there's a demand for these type of basic things at any moment. Question from Sharla. Sharla in Japan. Favorite spot in Tokyo so far? Mine is Yoyogi Park. Yoyogi Park is Tokyo's backyard because so many apartments have so little room. This is where people come to do their hobbies or just to sit and relax. It's like Tokyo's living room is what I want to say.
I think it will be West Shinjuku, Nishi Shinjuku. This area just clicks for me. And also, when I first came to Tokyo in 2009, I had a hotel in that area. So this is a very special place for me because this is where I first hung out in Tokyo.
Question from Wojtek Wernicki. What are the best advantages of living in Japan?
It's clean, it's safe. People are very polite.
Everything Chris said, plus it's very convenient. As a foreigner, you're very interesting here, so it kind of gives you an unfair advantage. Is there anything you hate or dislike about Japan? The thing I hate the most about Japan is gender inequality. For one of the most advanced countries in the world right now, it has the biggest gender equality gap.
I sometimes get frustrated by the non-direct way of dealing with things in Japan. So for example, when we're doing business here, sometimes we really have to guess really hard what the other side is telling us, because if they don't like something, they wouldn't just tell it directly. And this works on both professional level as a company and on a private level, that you're talking to a friend and they're a little bit weird about something and you have to guess what the problem is.
Next question from Karolka. Co oznacza the Waga pies i jak dokładnie powinno się to czytać? The Waga pies is how we're pronouncing this.
These are the very cool pies that you can get in central Poland. You can see the sign saying Waga pies on basically every house in every small town. So if you come to Poland, you should check it out. They're really good.
Can I speak or write Polish? And if I can I do it without a dictionary? Yes. But that's not to say that I don't make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. Nikolaj Kempa asks, Krzysiu, do you study Japanese?
I just picked some Japanese just by living here, but I made a mental barrier for myself that I'm gonna start learning Japanese once I get the final proper Japanese visa. It's just something that's stuck in my head.
Rafał Ziembinski asks, do you like working with each other? No.
Ugh.
No, it's good. It's fun.
It's fun.
Meh. Chris and Kasia, your favorite manga or anime? What's that one movie that I like?
Tekken King Priest.
Yeah, that's the one I like. That one and the Mind one.
Mind Game.
Mind Games and Tekken King.
Mind Game.
Mind Game and Tekken... What is it?
You have no credibility in that.
Well, okay, so that's... So
maybe,
on this
maybe
topic...
just explain, these are the 2 only anime that you like.
Yeah, these are the only 2 that I liked. I'm not a fan of anime. I can't help it. It's not my cup of tea.
I'm not a big anime fan either, but I've seen many different animes. I think my favorite would be Death Note, because I like how short it is. Of course, it's a series still, but you can watch it in a few days, and it's satisfying. When I was a kid, obviously my favorite was Dragon Ball, but you know, people grow up.
I collected Pokemon cards as a kid, but I never ever watched a single episode.
I played a lot of the Pokemon video games on Game Boy.
I tried to play one once and I thought it was so boring.
You're not an otaku.
No, I'm not. Maciej Kowalski, how did you learn English so well? So he learned it because of me.
That's kind of true. I mean, obviously I knew English before. I started learning English when I was 6. I think I picked up the most language from movies, TV series, video games. So if you're young and you want to learn English, just enjoy it. Just watch whatever you like and try to get the original language version and try to understand Nowadays you can watch YouTube too, so hopefully there's gonna be some people learning English from us.
Watch us. That's how you can learn.
Yeah, but to give Kasia credit, to give Kasia credit, some people are complaining about my accent. Fuck you.
Okay, stop. This really bothers me. Everyone can comment in any language, in English or Polish, because those are the two we can read. But if you comment in English, don't apologize for any mistakes. We're happy that you're trying, and please stop commenting on other people's English, because
it's not helping.
Yeah, and you're not helping. You're not helping at all. Like, what are you accomplishing?
I'm not really sensitive about my accent, but the comments about my accent, I think they're harmful to people who speak maybe less English than I do. By complaining about other people's accents, you're just like putting other people into shame. You're making them too shy to use the language, which is super bad. To learn English, you have to speak English.
In my opinion, it really doesn't matter how good your accent is. The most important thing is that you can communicate. The biggest example is the United States of America. I mean, you go there and some of the best businessmen speak just enough English to communicate their needs. So really, it's just keep going. Keep it up, kids. What are you eating? Because I thought you were gonna... Chris, are you thinking of moving to some other country?
I don't think I'll stay in Japan for the rest of my life, so I could go to Poland in a few years or move somewhere else. I would like to move somewhere else, maybe to South America. But now we have this company thing here in Japan, so we have to make sure this works before any of us can leave.
Alright, Shantiziana asks, how much time do you schedule ahead to edit and render each video before the current daily? And when do you do the time-lapse segments? Is it just a case of walking outside in the evenings and letting the camera collect footage for hours? Well, here's one answer.
Here's a time-lapse. It's getting made as we speak.
We kind of grab time-lapses throughout the day when we see something we like, so we'll put something down and sit down and wait for it for a while.
The editing of the vlog takes me about 2.5 hours. I've been editing videos for 8 years now, and I can really do it fast. So we would normally have about 300 clips per day. So editing this number of files this fast really takes it takes a good workflow. You have to know what you're doing and plan ahead, and be very mindful of not shooting too much, because that becomes a problem when you have to edit something quickly. Okay, so that's all the questions for today.
If you want to ask us a question, please comment below this video, and we'll make sure to include the best ones in next week's video.
See you tomorrow, and the next Q&A will probably be in a week. So bye bye.
Time to eat.